The human brain is an enigma, a complex organ that governs our thoughts, emotions, and actions. For centuries, scientists have sought to unravel its mysteries, to comprehend the intricate workings of consciousness, behavior, and the very essence of what makes us human. Neuroscience, the study of the brain and nervous system, has emerged as a powerful tool in this quest, offering profound insights into the biological underpinnings of our thoughts and actions. One area where neuroscience has made significant strides is in understanding the criminal mind. By examining the brains of individuals who engage in criminal behavior, researchers hope to identify neurological factors that contribute to antisocial acts. This knowledge has the potential to revolutionize our approach to criminal justice, paving the way for more effective interventions and treatments. Understanding the brain is not simply about solving crimes, however. It is about unraveling the complexities of human nature, both its light and its shadow. By delving into the neural mechanisms that drive our actions, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, our motivations, and our capacity for both good and evil. In the following sections, we will explore the fascinating and often controversial intersection of neuroscience and criminal behavior, examining the latest research and its implications for society. We will delve into the ethical dilemmas raised by this field of study, as well as the potential benefits it holds for creating a safer and more just world. Neuroscience research suggests that certain brain regions play a critical role in shaping our moral compass and influencing our propensity for criminal behavior. The prefrontal cortex, located at the front of the brain, is often referred to as the CEO of the brain due to its involvement in executive functions such as planning, decision-making, and impulse control. Studies have shown that individuals with damage to this area may exhibit impulsive behavior, poor judgment, and difficulty understanding the consequences of their actions. Another crucial brain region is the amygdala, an almond-shaped structure deep within the brain that plays a key role in processing emotions, particularly fear and aggression. Research suggests that dysfunction in the amygdala may contribute to aggression, violence, and a lack of empathy. For example, studies have found that individuals with psychopathy, a personality disorder characterized by a lack of empathy and remorse, often have reduced activity in the amygdala. Furthermore, the limbic system, an ancient part of the brain involved in emotional responses, motivation, and memory, also plays a significant role in shaping our behavior. Dysregulation in the limbic system, particularly in the hippocampus, which is responsible for forming new memories, can impair an individual's ability to learn from past experiences and make sound judgments, potentially leading to repeated criminal behavior. It's important to note that criminal behavior is a complex phenomenon influenced by a multitude of factors, including genetics, environment, and personal experiences. Neuroscience offers a valuable lens through which to understand the biological underpinnings of criminal behavior, but it is not a crystal ball that can predict with certainty who will or will not engage in criminal acts. Brain imaging techniques such as positron emission tomography and functional magnetic resonance imaging have revolutionized our ability to study the living brain. These non-invasive tools allow researchers to observe brain activity in real time, providing valuable insights into the neural mechanisms underlying various behaviors, including those associated with criminal activity. One area of research focuses on the go/no-go paradigm, a task designed to measure impulse control. In this task, participants are presented with a series of stimuli and instructed to respond to certain stimuli while inhibiting their response to others. Studies using this paradigm have found that individuals with a history of criminal behavior often exhibit reduced activity in the prefrontal cortex, suggesting impaired impulse control. Another area of interest is the study of empathy. Researchers use functional magnetic resonance imaging to observe brain activity, while participants view images or videos designed to evoke empathy. Studies have shown that individuals with psychopathy, who are characterized by a lack of empathy, often show reduced activity in brain regions associated with emotional processing, such as the amygdala and insula. While brain imaging holds immense promise for understanding criminal behavior, it is essential to acknowledge its limitations. Brain scans provide a snapshot of brain activity at a specific moment in time and cannot fully capture the dynamic and complex nature of human behavior. Moreover, ethical concerns must be carefully considered when using brain imaging in a legal context, as we will discuss in a later section. Antisocial personality disorder, often referred to as psychopathy or sociopathy, is a mental disorder characterized by a pervasive pattern of disregard for and violation of the rights of others. Individuals with antisocial personality disorder often engage in deceitful, manipulative and impulsive behavior, showing little remorse for their actions. Neuroscience research suggests that abnormalities in certain brain regions may contribute to this disorder. Studies have found that individuals with antisocial personality disorder often have reduced grey matter volume in the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for impulse control, planning and decision-making. This structural difference may help explain the impulsive and reckless behavior often observed in individuals with antisocial personality disorder. Additionally, research suggests that individuals with antisocial personality disorder may have dysfunction in the amygdala, leading to a diminished capacity for empathy and remorse. Another intriguing finding is that individuals with antisocial personality disorder may have abnormalities in the white matter tracts connecting the amygdala to the prefrontal cortex. These white matter tracts, known as the uncinate fasciculus, act as communication highways between these two crucial brain regions. Disruptions in this pathway may impair the ability of the prefrontal cortex to regulate emotional responses generated by the amygdala, potentially contributing to the emotional dysregulation and lack of empathy observed in antisocial personality disorder. While environmental factors undoubtedly play a significant role in shaping our behavior, genetics also contribute to our predispositions and vulnerabilities. Genes provide the blueprint for our brains, influencing the structure and function of neural circuits that govern our thoughts, emotions and actions. In recent years, scientists have made significant strides in understanding the complex interplay between genes and behavior, particularly in the context of criminal behavior. One area of research focuses on the role of imprinted genes. Imprinted genes are a unique subset of genes that are expressed differently depending on whether they are inherited from the mother or the father. This phenomenon, known as genomic imprinting, has profound implications for brain development and behavior. For example, studies have shown that certain imprinted genes are involved in regulating social behavior, emotional processing, and reward pathways, all of which are implicated in criminal behavior. For instance, Prader-Willi syndrome, a genetic disorder caused by the deletion or inactivation of paternal genes on chromosome 15, is characterized by a range of symptoms, including intellectual disability, obsessive-compulsive behavior, and hyperphagia, which means excessive eating. Interestingly, individuals with Prader-Willi syndrome also have an increased risk of developing obsessive-compulsive disorder, a mental disorder often associated with repetitive behaviors and intrusive thoughts. While genetic predispositions can influence our vulnerability to certain behaviors, it is crucial to remember that genes are not destiny. Environmental factors such as upbringing, social support, and access to education and resources play a significant role in shaping our behavior and determining whether genetic predispositions manifest in criminal or antisocial acts. The sense of smell, often considered the most primal of our senses, holds a unique power over our memories and emotions. Have you ever noticed how a particular scent can transport you back in time, evoking vivid memories of people, places, and events long past? This phenomenon, known as the Proust effect, after the French novelist Marcel Proust, who famously described the evocative power of smell in his writing, highlights the intricate connection between our olfactory system and the brain regions responsible for memory and emotion. The olfactory bulb, located at the base of the brain, receives information directly from olfactory receptors in the nose. These receptors detect odor molecules in the air, converting them into electrical signals that travel along the olfactory nerve to the olfactory bulb. From there, information is relayed to various brain regions, including the amygdala, hippocampus, and prefrontal cortex, all of which play a crucial role in processing emotions, forming memories, and regulating behavior. The close proximity of the olfactory bulb to the amygdala, the brain region responsible for processing emotions, particularly fear and aggression, may explain why smells can evoke such strong emotional responses. For example, the scent of freshly baked cookies might trigger feelings of comfort and nostalgia, while the smell of smoke might evoke fear and anxiety. Understanding the profound connection between smell and memory has implications for various fields, including criminal justice. For instance, researchers are exploring the potential of using olfactory cues to enhance eyewitness memory and improve the accuracy of criminal investigations. Blind sight is a fascinating neurological phenomenon that challenges our understanding of consciousness and visual perception. It refers to the ability of individuals with damage to their primary visual cortex, the part of the brain responsible for conscious visual processing, to respond to visual stimuli that they cannot consciously see. Imagine a person who has lost their sight due to damage to their visual cortex. If you were to hold up a pen in front of them and ask if they see it, they would likely say no. However, if you were to ask them to guess where the pen is or to reach out and grab it, they might be able to do so with surprising accuracy, even though they claim to see nothing. This seemingly paradoxical phenomenon suggests that visual information can be processed and acted upon by the brain even in the absence of conscious awareness. Researchers believe that blind sight is made possible by the existence of alternate visual pathways that bypass the damaged primary visual cortex. These pathways, which involve subcortical structures such as the superior colliculus, may not be sufficient for conscious visual perception, but can still guide motor actions and influence behavior. Blind sight highlights the remarkable plasticity of the brain and its ability to adapt to even severe injuries. It also raises intriguing questions about the nature of consciousness and the extent to which our conscious experience reflects the full range of our brain's processing capabilities. The burgeoning field of neurolaw explores the intersection of neuroscience and law, raising profound ethical and legal questions that challenge our traditional notions of responsibility, free will, and justice. As our understanding of the brain's role in shaping behavior deepens, so too does the need to grapple with the implications of this knowledge for the legal system. One area of contention is the use of brain imaging in the courtroom. Proponents argue that brain scans can provide objective evidence of brain dysfunction that may mitigate culpability or inform sentencing decisions. For example, defense attorneys might use brain scans to argue that a defendant with a history of traumatic brain injury or a brain tumor should not be held fully accountable for their actions. However, critics caution against the premature use of brain imaging in court, arguing that the science is not yet advanced enough to provide definitive proof of guilt or innocence. Another ethical dilemma concerns the potential for neuroenhancement technologies to erode privacy and autonomy. As scientists develop drugs and devices that can enhance cognitive function, memory, and even moral reasoning, questions arise about the potential for coercion and the blurring of lines between treatment and enhancement. For instance, should courts be able to mandate neuroenhancement therapy for convicted criminals as a condition of parole? What safeguards should be in place to prevent the misuse of such technologies? The integration of neuroscience into the legal system raises complex questions about the nature of free will and determinism. If our brains are indeed wired for certain behaviors, does that absolve us of responsibility for our actions? Or, as some neuroscientists argue, does understanding the biological underpinnings of behavior simply provide a more nuanced and compassionate framework for rehabilitation and restorative justice? Navigating these ethical and legal complexities requires careful consideration and ongoing dialogue between neuroscientists, legal scholars, ethicists, and the public at large. As our understanding of the brain continues to evolve, so too must our legal and ethical frameworks to ensure that justice is served while upholding individual rights and freedoms. The human brain, with its intricate network of billions of neurons connected by trillions of synapses, remains one of the most complex and enigmatic structures in the known universe. Neuroscience, in its relentless pursuit of unraveling the brain's mysteries, offers profound insights into the biological underpinnings of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. From understanding the neural correlates of consciousness to exploring the genetic and environmental factors that shape our behavior, brain science illuminates the essence of what makes us human. In the realm of criminal justice, neuroscience provides a valuable lens through which to view the complex interplay of factors that contribute to antisocial behavior. By studying the brains of individuals who engage in criminal activity, researchers hope to identify neurological vulnerabilities and develop more effective interventions, treatments, and prevention strategies. However, as we delve deeper into the inner workings of the brain, we must proceed with caution, mindful of the ethical and legal implications of this knowledge. Ultimately, understanding the brain is not just about solving crimes or predicting behavior. It is about unraveling the mysteries of consciousness, exploring the nature of free will, and gaining a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the cosmos. The quest to understand the human brain is a journey of discovery that holds immense promise for alleviating suffering, enhancing human potential, and creating a more just and compassionate world.